Ooh. It's gonna be a doozy today, boys. It's gonna be a doozy. Let me see what's going on. All right, when does the event end? November 14th. November 14th. What's up, gamer? Early stream. We are super early. We've got some important, kind of sad stuff to talk about, but some important stuff. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Today might be a decently contentious stream. A lot of people are very upset at me. A lot of people are very angry. I went to bed with full comment sections of people personally attacking me. Woke up to people personally attacking me. And I'm gonna try my best to talk about what's going on with the PokeMMO community and like kind of how I feel with things and where it's at. Ravens got him hype. I wish it was a great game. I wish that was what I was, here to talk about today. But let's go ahead and start the stream recap. Like, the stream recap will mostly be probably debate and discussion. Yeah, so I have a little, yeah, you're so sweet, Oso. I have a little speech planned out. So alrighty, fellas. Good morning. My name's Patrouski. How are we doing today? And let me get to the age really quick before we start talking, because today's stream recap is going to be a little different. The hype music is off. I know, not really the vibe today, because I wanted to address something that's happening inside the PokeMMO community. I went to bed and like I don't want to say this and make people think they can't critique me, because critique is very, very welcome. Personal attacks are not. That's the main goal of this. But we're gonna get to like the actual community here in a second. I went to bed last night. Personal attacks, full comment sections of videos, just people who have been banned from my community and people who hate me, and it's just all of them rallying together, attacking me in the comments. Go to bed with that, wake up to that. It sucks. But I want to be a charitable response, and I want to take what people are saying and really try to hear them out. And I hope if you're one of those people, if you're on the fence, I want you to understand where I'm coming from, and I want you to hear what I have to say today. And there's a lot of people spreading misinformation, saying it's this typical stuff. I banned them for no reason. I banned them just for having a different opinion. We're going to talk about that, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Today's stream is going to be a little different than usual. We're going to do a whole lot of talking, not as much gameplay today. So basically the same stream as always. I'm actually going to turn off. Thank you for the sub, but I'm going to turn off alerts while I do this. But thank you so much, Jamil. It's very, very kind of you. Wait to sub until after, so you guys don't get scammed out of your sub money. I personally feel like there's been a lot of animosity in the PokeMMO community as of recently. Some people really dislike the Halloween event, and some people really like the Halloween event. And I want everybody to know that both of these opinions are totally valid. But how you go about them is what's key. Unfortunately, it is much easier to give a productive, positive opinion than it is a negative one. It's more difficult to give a negative opinion without coming off hateful or angry or bringing others down, which is tough. It's an unfair disadvantage from the negative perspective. If you don't like the event and you come to my chat and you say things like, "These devs suck, LMAO," this is not okay. This doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't help to improve the game. And if you want to say that to your boys in a private Discord chat, that's more than welcome. But doing it in a public forum or in a space where people are playing the game and enjoying it, there's a social skill issue there, and a matter of when do you do things, where and how and why, right? For example, if I hated League of Legends and all I did was run around telling League streamers, "Hey, I hate your game so much," this wouldn't be healthy. If you don't like something, there's usually two ways to engage with it. You go make a productive piece of content, critiquing it, explaining why it's a problem, explaining a possible solution, and then presenting obvious counter arguments and your own counter arguments for those counter arguments. Understand that how and where you share your opinion matter, and there's no reason to bum everyone else out just because you don't like something they do. The second way to engage with something healthily is just to ignore it. So there's healthy critique, and there's just don't engage with it. I don't like Wisp content in PokeMMO. I just don't engage with it. I don't like Mysterious Balls in PokeMMO. I've made a few videos critiquing it and saying how it's one of the biggest, one of the worst updates in the game that totally undercuts shiny integrity. I've also presented the counter arguments of how it's extremely fun and kind of exciting for the average casual player. Nothing is just good or just bad. There are pros and cons to everything, and if we can't understand and see both sides, we are lost in the discussion, and nothing will actually productive will come out of any discussion. I do want to touch on, however, the same is also true for the opposite opinion. Toxic positivity is something that I try to be aware of and something I try to watch out for. A lot of people have attacked me for that recently, and I want you to understand that I do think it's a problem, and it's something I try to keep an eye on. If someone comments, hey, someone else comments on my YouTube video, hey, I'm really bummed about how this event played out, and I'm just really disappointed about not being able to own Darkrai permanently. This is a totally fair comment in my opinion. It's not necessarily the most productive, but it's showing the community, hey, there are people who are disappointed in this event. This guy's bummed. That's super fair. He shared his opinions and his emotions in a very fair, reasonable, healthy way that didn't hurt anybody or attack anybody. If someone reads that comment and says, oh, it's a free-to-play game and you're lucky to even play it, or it's a small dev team, so you should stop complaining. These are not valid responses to someone who is sharing their opinion in a healthy way. Things like small dev team, that's important to understand for the context of certain discussions or certain arguments, but it's not a good counter argument to certain things. It's a free-to-play game. That's never, like, time is still money. This is never a good argument to use to stop someone from critiquing something. I think that's actually silencing critique, is someone saying, like, hey, this is just a free-to-play game, you're lucky to even play it. Like, I think that's kind of bullcrap. Like, you should be able to critique even free-to-play games. I think this kind of behavior is also horrible. You're invalidating someone else's emotions when they are totally valid to feel that way and have that opinion. Right now, it feels like we are in an era where everyone is upset with someone else for having a different opinion with them. So they go and attack them, or they just don't, right? But some of those people go and attack those people. And then when those people get banned or punished for attacking someone else, they act like they're the victim. They act like they just got unrightfully banned just for having a different opinion, when actuality, their opinion was the devs are like greedy goblins from Gringotts, and I got banned for no reason. This was an actual, like, person in the PokeMMO community who said they got banned for no reason, but then he called the devs greedy goblins from Gringotts in his ban appeal. And that's why he got he was like temp banned and then got These are the people that we are dealing with when it comes to, oh, I got banned for no reason. Oh, I got banned from Patrouski's stream for no reason. The biggest thing I ask people to be aware of is, if someone says they got banned from anything for no reason, push them on it. What do you think it was? Like, be skeptical, right? Be skeptical and say, okay, maybe that's true. What do you think was the reason? What do you think? What do you think got you? What's from their perspective, right? Very important. To clarify, you will not get banned in my community for having a different opinion. And this can be fact checked. You can go to my comments right now. I often heart react opposing opinions just to show people that I'm very in favor of that sort of thing when it's presented well. There are tons of heart reacted comments and tons of encouraged comments, and many of my videos throughout the Halloween event over the past week or so, and other videos of mine, where I encourage people. I say, hey, that's super fair. This is a super valid take. There's a difference between sharing an opinion kindly and fairly versus attacking someone, projecting on something else, or just being hateful about it. You will not get banned in my community for having a different opinion. You will get banned for presenting it unproductively and hatefully. Is that fair, and is that clear? That's all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully you guys understand. And if you don't think it is, feel free to talk to me. I'm very open to talk about almost all things. That's kind of where I'm at. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is fair. I hope it is clear. If you don't think it is, feel free to talk to me in Discord DMs, in YouTube comments, in the stream chat, wherever it may be. There's a lot of negativity in the community right now, and critique is good. Critique is fantastic. Critique is what helps us improve. But constantly complaining about the same thing every day and never doing anything about it, this isn't critique, this is wallowing, right? We've all known someone like this, right? It's the same person who, oh, I have this problem and I need to fix it, but they just don't, and they don't, and they don't for, we're all human, we all make mistakes, but like for years and years and years. And, maybe they're working on something else. If they're working, that's fine. But sometimes it's just, that's like the main thing is like, oh, and that's just wallowing. At that point, you're just looping, and you're not actually trying to solve the problem. You just want to wallow, which is unfortunate. Not really, no one really wants to wallow, but you know what I mean? It's tough. I wanted to talk about that. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. If you don't, try try to understand where I'm coming from. At least understand that I'm not an insane person with an insane position. I don't know if I am. Try to explain to me why I am. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much. Let's continue the actual stream recap. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I understand why people don't like the current gameplay loop, but I'm personally, yeah, that's all I'm at. Yeah. And that, yeah, maybe there's a really good, like, hilariously, yo, sweet lord, you're like, there's a really good counter argument to this of like, hey, Patrouski, like, I've thought about this a lot, right? Patrouski, like, you've been platforming this, like, you know, the average player doesn't see this, like, yada, 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 which is, like, kind of true. And there, I don't know, I try to think about that. I reflect, maybe it's not worth bringing stuff like this up, but there's been a lot of people attacking me. Full comment sections. Full comment sections. I unironically, I feel like what's happened is anybody who gets banned in my community just goes over to because they were unhinged, goes over to another PokeMMO creator, and like, not all of them, and not most, 99% of creators, this is not a problem, but there's some creators, it's not even like they're whatever, right? I love most PokeMMO creators are fucking amazing. You don't love everybody, but most are amazing. I feel like we're actually getting like Patrouski refugees. Like unironically, it feels like they're like me and I don't want to say who actually. Me and someone else went through. We researched our haters, okay? And 90% of people who are hating on me and other people and someone other guy are people who have been banned in my community or denied from Team Mister. It is eye-opening how many of these people, it's like, it unironically, we were joking about it, it unironically feels like the villain from The Incredibles. You know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, he fucking tears it's like a poster of Patrouski on the wall, and they come on my chat, and they're like, hey man, this game sucks. And I'm like, well, no, I think it's pretty good. Like, come on, dude. And then I time them out, and they like fucking rip the poster of Patrouski off, like, fuck this. Like, what's that guy's name? Fuck, from The Incredibles? It's actually the meme. Like, unironically, like, it's, me, I'm like I am single-handedly creating PokeMMO villains. Which feels bad, like, but it's kind of funny. Like, come on, man. Like, for reference, so one of the people that was hating on me made a whole video dedicated, not the whole video, maybe 10% of this video, I didn't watch all of it, was hating on me. So maybe that's a small percentage of it, right? Let's be fair. I want to be fair, even though I'm upset and it hurts me, I still try to check my emotions and still be fair. Mentioned me in a video, his whole comment section was hating on me, even if the rest of the video was whatever. 90% of maybe 10% of the video was about me, 90% of the comments were hating on me. Yeah, never meet your heroes. This guy got banned from my Twitch chat 6 or 8 months ago. And one of his first response to me in a different video, I commented on a different video, his first response was that I banned, he's hanging on, latched onto a ban that was 6 or 8 months ago in a Twitch chat. I pray, I deeply, I'm not a religious person, I pray that if your biggest problem in your life is getting banned in a Twitch chat, that can be your trauma for 6 to 8 months. I pray that every person on Earth's life is that easy. I really do. I really hope that's how our lives are going, where the worst thing that's happened for 6 to 8 months is getting banned in someone's Twitch chat. And that's been like living in your brain for that long. That's crazy to me. Pokemon. Oh, I can try to help you out. I'm honestly, usually I wouldn't, but I'm mostly just chatting today, Roy, so I'm down, man. What's up? How can I help you? I'm just gonna hatch eggs. Yeah, like, I don't know. There's definitely been bans. Every time I ban someone on accident on stream, I usually like come back and publicly say, hey, I was just overly mad, or hey, this was like a ban I don't stand by. Like, there have been a couple times where I banned someone on stream and I was a mistake on my end, and I try to own up to it. But yeah, yeah, dude. can't ignore these people. There's a really good argument for like maybe I just should, you know. The problem is that it's gotten to become so many people. That's the, like, I noticed. So when I was growing as a creator, yeah, fly happy. It's like, yeah, exactly. And I love you in my community, fly happy. Like, you're one, like, your name sticks out to me. It's like, oh, I'm happy to see you. Yeah, you know, like, I don't, like, yeah. Yo, early ass stream. What's up, Dimitri? What's up, gamer? I'm mostly just talking. It gives me a lot of talking. I'm gonna be egg hunting, or like, because I'm hatching like these last 5 eggs, to be fair. And then I'm gonna head over. I'm gonna go XP train, I think. Love your videos. I appreciate it, and I try to, like, so. Sorry, I was trying to respond to you. I ignored these people for a very long time. The problem is when people are. I think the new egg process is fucking awesome, Flap, and I tested it, and I was super. There's a video coming out tomorrow about it. Super happy with it. Also, Team Rocket PokeMMO is heading off to basic training. Dude is a Giga Chad. Go check out his YouTube channel. Love everything he fucking does. Love all of his PokeMMO content. Great example of a great creator. Team Rocket is so fucking original. Grinds so hard. It's awesome, dude. It's just so funny. It's funny. You know what? Okay. Hilariously, I think one of the biggest takeaways is that it's kind of funny, and it's kind of, maybe I'm putting a toxic positive swing on this, but I think it shows the game is growing. The fact that I can have this many people that dislike me, and like maybe that's some of the, I try to reflect and I try to like, how much am I doing wrong, yada yada, which is fair. But I feel like the game is growing. The fact that there can be this many people upset about the game, it means they're passionate. It means they're passionate about the game. I've seen this game close to death back in the day, back in 2015, 2016. I've seen this game close to death, the economy in shambles, things being destroyed, players quitting, player numbers dwindling down to like 1,000 to 2,000 a day guesstimated. It can get really bad, right? I don't think we're at that point. I think the game is like more popular than ever, popular, growing more than ever. I think it's doing fantastic. That doesn't mean critiques aren't welcome, but that's, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. I think Hilarious saying it's a sign the game is growing. That's kind of where I'm at. For me, the only content with Pumpkin, raids, which this is fair. Once again, I think sharing your opinion in this way, Vabe, is totally based. I think it's fine. A lot of people didn't like the rewards, which is fair. I like it, but I understand not, right? Unlocking other regions by joining the military. Okay. There is a Shiny Wars for the whole community. There was one recently. I'm chilling, Pat. Hey, good morning. Yeah, happy to have you, Dimitri. 3 to go for Pump. Dude, you were too tired to finish the Pump Cat? You must have been grinding. I appreciate the people that are voicing their opinion. Let's figure that actually have arguments explanations. If you disagree with them, yeah, I'm very glad you mentioned the talk about how you're trying to do it because I think it's slippery slope. Yeah, for sure. Dude, yeah, that's the. I think people don't think it's something I think about, but I absolutely do think about, like, the meme is, if you watch my stream, you guys know that I have issues with PokeMMO that I've talked about. The problem is, I feel like misery loves company, right? I feel like if people are miserable with the game, all they want to hear is other people be miserable with the game, and all they want to hear is like other people bitch and complain, and like it's just not productive. I've made a video calling Mysterious Balls one of the worst updates of all time. I've made a video talking about how they need to add RU/PU. Many videos. I've made many videos critiquing the game over the years. I've done it over and over and over again. But I feel like people but when I don't critique the same things as other people, all of a sudden, oh, I don't actually critique the game. I'm only toxically positive, like all these things, right? And that sucks. Sorry for missing chats. I think the Sweets and Ocarina, I could be wrong. I did a video covering Sweets and Ocarina. I think it's been talked about, but I do think it's a good idea. I think posting something like that on the forums would be a great way to go about it, Nero. Is the Wars seasonal? Shiny Wars, yeah, should be around 1 month, but would I guess next year. We'll have to see. The Shiny Finneon, it's just a shiny. We actually talked about it, I think, in today's stream recap. I don't know enough about the story besides it's just a collector. People want their opinions validated. Yeah, this is. I super agree with this, Soup. A lot of people want their opinions to be validated. If they think the game is dead, you must also think it's dead. I feel like that's something I've come across is people, and it's the same on the once again, same thing on the positive spectrum, right? I don't want either. I think I like the game. I like certain parts about the game. I dislike certain parts. I've said the problem is, let me turn off music again so I can actually like seriously talk about it. I've critiqued this game a ton in the past, but what I do is when I critique PokeMMO, I make a scripted, constructed video talking about it, airing my complaints, explaining why it's bad, and then I move on, right? And I'll even mention it here and there. I don't like Mysterious Balls. I think Mysterious Balls totally undermine a ton of shiny integrity and is probably one of the worst updates to ever happen to the game, and they just added more of them with Mysterious Dust Balls. I hate it. I really hate Mysterious Balls. However, I don't sit here and like complain about Mysterious Balls every day because it's just a bummer, right? It's just a bummer. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't get anything done. If you want to make a petition, get people to sign a petition. If you want to go on the forums, if you want to have an in-game riot, that's awesome. That's been done. In-game PokeMMO riots have happened a ton. If players want to organize a riot against Darkrai being temporary, I think that's one of the best, most peaceful ways to like share your opinions and share your feelings, right? I think it's awesome. But the problem is because I don't disagree or I don't dislike certain things that other people dislike, now all of a sudden people are saying, oh, I have to have a positive relationship with the devs. I don't have any relationship with the devs. I'm just a player. I don't really talk to the devs at all. I have to shell out for the game, like all these things. It's like, no, dude, I've critiqued this game plenty in the past. You just haven't played the game long enough or haven't seen those critiques, right? I hate Mysterious Balls. There's a few more things. I think certain vanities being 2k RP versus 1500. There's a bunch more that I'm predicting off the top of my head, so I apologize. I'll try to bring up some more. But there's a bunch of critiques that I've made in the past, and I've talked about how bad they are. And now that I'm not critiquing something that I don't dislike, but other people do, well, now they're saying that I don't critique the game at all. So it's really just a lose-lose. It's really just a eye of the beholder perspective situation. Was there a Falador Massacre style riot? Not a Falador Massacre style, but there's a reason why we have torches and pitchforks in the game, you know? Yeah, you have to remember, there's a reason why we have torches and pitchforks in the game. It is for the players to riot with. It's kind of a meme, but like I own a torch. You can get torch and pitchfork. They usually add these to the game when there's time for rioting. Back to critiques about PokeMMO. If you haven't heard my critiques, Mysterious Balls, developer communication is one of the biggest one. PvP rewards is one of the biggest ones. I think PvP rewards are so bad that they should be hot fixed. I don't want you to wait for another update. I'm saying that PvP competitive gift Pokemon should, number one, be given hidden ability access. Number two, should be offered a separate alternative reward that you can choose from as opposed to clogging your boxes with more 2x31 Pokemon that a lot of PvP players don't need. I think that these like 3 metal toads are like actually a slap in the face. Like I think PvP rewards should be hot fixed. They are so bad. I've been saying for a long time as well, I would really like to see RU/PU added to the game. I think there's way too many Pokemon in the game for this few tiers, and I've had a bunch of, videos about that. There's a lot of good critiques to be made about PokeMMO. The lack of dev communication, the lack of things being in game, the lack of like announcing the holiday events in game, the lack of scheduling things, and then when they do schedule things, they miss dates. I talk about these things, but I talk about them and I move on. I make a productive critique and I move on. I don't sit and I wallow in the negatives of PokeMMO. It's just like life. There are negatives to life. Things are tough. But what do? You focus on the positives because it helps you progress and it helps you move on. And that's all you can do. That's the biggest thing, the biggest lesson to learn in my opinion. Early stream. What's up, Spidget? We're doing the discussion. And can I just say, I think Spidget is very handsome and has handled this whole... Spidget's handled the animosity in the community incredibly. I saw him in his comments. I saw his video. I think every concern he expressed is like fair. I have like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like there, yeah, it's literally just yeah, I'll watch anything Spidget puts out. I'm down. I feel as though Riz, I don't feel like it's worth it. That's fair, dude. once again, Keanu, I want to say thank you, and I want to thank and welcome anybody dropping productive critique in my community. This is a great example of like, I just don't really feel like that's fine. That's fine. I think that's cool. The PvP reward mons are comically bad. I think they should be hot fixed. I think it's embarrassing. Yo, I appreciate that, bastard. Yeah. No, I think I could be wrong. I feel like I understand. Look at how you took the time to like write out a thing, right? I'm a Halloween unhappy person, so I'll share the way I feel this way. Looking at the event as objectively as I can, the best way I would describe how I feel is let down. This is super fair. Darkrai is the equivalent of a participation award. For the average player, you will spend millions of Pokeyen to get through the raids. For only Darkrai, I hope you make some counter arguments as well, but that's the find out that it's not permanent. You can only use him once a week. He's around for only an hour or two. He's not max level. He's base 15 IV, PvP banned. Yeah, this is all true though. Only real function is to sketch moves on a Smeargle. This is very like, I get this, right? This is everything you've said right now is so fair and so true. A lot of people, not even a lot, I'm sorry, the majority. I'm the minority. I like to, in terms of, I like to collect things. I like just the collecting aspect of the Darkrai and stuff and all that. Most people want a pragmatic, useful thing, right? Which is fair. Looking at raids as a whole and the Darkrai reward in comparison, I would much rather have 10 total raids that bring 3 new utility Pokemon. Yeah, utility Pokemon or PvP hidden ability mons. This is super fair. At the end of the day, I feel like most players do not see the time and yen investment as it being worth it to get Darkrai. I don't know about most players. My problem here, I would push back against like your feelings versus the average, and I just don't know. We'll have to see. I say all of this as someone who spent 10 to 15 mil to prep raids and completed the level 100 Darkrai raid with my team. We all breathed a sigh of relief afterwards, and the reality of our invested time set in. We looked at what we got out of it. I get it. Message for my B-Day. Happy, flippin', amazing, beautiful, bright and shining, positive, lovely birthday, Kites. How are you doing today? What's up, dude? That's a good one, dude. Now we got a message. Now we got a message in chat. There's a really good discussion to be had. Yeah, there's a really good discussion to be had about Darkrai and about how like he's not. A lot of people are saying, and I understand this. I don't feel this way, but it's a very valid, probably the majority opinion, is that like the reward for raids wasn't worth all the prep, all the difficulty, all the time, all the Pokeyen for a temporary thing. I get it. I'm a collector. I honestly like having the dark. I get it. I like it personally, but most people, way more than just collectors, more people want a pragmatic, beneficial, helpful thing. It's going to help them make progress in their account. It's going to reward them via progress, via Pokeyen, via something like that. So I think it's all super fair. There's a really good discussion to be had around Darkrai, how to buff it, how to change it, etc., etc. I've seen Chiefs. I saw part of it. That guy just seems unhinged. I don't want to like dwell on it too much. I don't know. I love to talk to him in like Discord voice, like off stream. If he's actually cares enough about the game to like do that, I'm down. But he just seems. He was the guy who he was the guy who got banned from my stream 6 to 8 months ago. Because we had a discussion. So I had a discussion. I'm not going to say the name again. Just move on, right? So I don't want to like talk about people like that and give them any more attention. The big thing is, so we had a discussion where he was like, I said, hey, I think Landorus T would be too broken for PokeMMO. That's an opinion I have. His response was, LMAO, no it wouldn't. Excadrill would just check it or whatever, right? And like, my response was, that's fair. I get what you're saying, but I still think there are other reasons why it would be too broken. And I don't know if Excadrill would just like check it enough, right? And his response was like, LMAO, no. This was like the level of like, so I banned him because he was unable to have a discussion, unable to talk about this topic, right? And now he paints it as, oh, I was banned for no reason. Patrouski banned me just for having a different opinion. Like, when in reality, like, he was so combative. Yeah, like average. These are the people who, yeah. Yeah, he also said, like, I know nothing about the game, and he just attacked the shit out of me. All of his, once again, I feel like he, yeah, I don't want to talk about, yeah, anyways. I don't even remember. I don't even, Team Rocket, maybe I'm just an asshole. I don't even know what happened with that. This guy is stuck on things that happened. He is, once again, he is sticking to Twitch bans that happened 8 months ago for a valid reason. That's the, like, I don't know. It's just so wild. Oh, that was him. Oh, shit. Wait, I totally forgot. Oh, my God, Team Rocket. Wait, that's the same guy who made the Patrouski hates the Pokemon community video. Oh, my God. It all comes full circle. Okay, never mind. Oh, never mind. He's actually just, dude, that's actually crazy. I totally forgot. I didn't even know who he was. Like, that's, oh, my God. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. I've seen you ban people all week for calmly disagreeing. Please post the source. If that's true, I'd love to talk about it. Apologize if it's happening. Own up to it. Like, the problem is I'm guessing there's more context, but it's also possible. Give me sources. Give me one example. I feel like we're in an era of expressing our feelings without any sources, without any fact checks. Give me an example. Crazy lore. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Oso. Thank you. The average Pokemon player doesn't need to worry about this stuff because it's so dumb. It's like it's so dumb. If someone has an example of me banning someone just for calmly disagreeing, like, we can talk about it. But what probably happened was there's more, I'm guessing, and I could be wrong. It's very possible that does exist and I did make a mistake, and I'll own up to it and unban that person in a heartbeat. I have no problem with that, right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of situations where me and that person had been talking for a while. I probably warned them or said, hey, like, we're trying to enjoy. I'm like in the middle of a raid, right? I'm like in the middle of a raid and someone's like, LMAO, these rewards suck ass, right, guys? And it's like, dude, this is not, you know. Yeah, thank you, strategy, yeah. Trust me, bro, surpass Wikipedia. It's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's become the, not even like there's usually a reason. There's a reason why people feel the things they feel. They're not insane or crazy for feeling them. There is a reason and it makes sense. But you also have to fact check, like, this sounds, I'm not a facts over feeling. I'm a facts and feelings kind of guy, okay? You need both. You need to factor in both. You need facts and you also need social skills and emotional intelligence. You need both. But I feel like people have gone, yeah. Chapters, I appreciate you trying to, once again, maybe I'm just a cuck and because I want people to, because, like, I don't want you to, I really appreciate chapters, and, like, obviously, I don't want people to feel attacked, even because if there's people on the fence, I want them to understand that I want them to see, like, what's happening. Wait, I actually super agree with this. This is such an off-topic thing strategy, but I super agree. I always thought it was so funny. What's it called? I always thought, when people said you couldn't use Wikipedia in school, I thought it was so funny to me. Because Wikipedia is like a conglomeration of information. Wikipedia can often be more accurate than, like, some niche one-off article on some random website, you know? Like, it's kind of fun. Like, not always. It really depends. You have to just check both. But it's very, very funny. People should enjoy the beauty of solvent raids way more. Everyone just copies the first strat that works. That's also a big part of it, for sure. People probably just skip over. Dude, it's really cool. It's, yeah, dude, back to, I love the fact that, yeah. I thank you, Tian. I really appreciate that's. I feel like I'm handling this pretty well, but I could be wrong. This is a good question. How do you feel about strings? Yes, it's nice that everyone's on an even playing field to start now, but someone starting the game today, it's a pretty sizable disadvantage to people that abuse strings. So there's a couple ways to answer this. This is a great question, and it's a great concern, and it's worth bringing up. Number one, I don't like an argument that is, oh, we had it rough, so therefore you should have it rough, or like something like that, right? So when I started playing Pokemon in 2013, Hordes didn't exist. Hordes didn't exist until what, 2017, 2015, 2017, 2017. I single encounter hunted for a shiny Hoppip hundreds of hours, never got it. I know people that single encounter hunted in Lavender Tower with a super low encounter rate for shiny Ghastly, right? Never got them, or maybe they got them after thousands of hours, right? I don't think not adding hordes to speed up EV training and XP training and all these other methods and like just doing, I don't think doing that just because we had it tough is good for the game. I want what's good for the game and what brings in players and what makes the game balanced in the long run way more than like my personal experience. Not everybody feels that way, which is fair, but I really care about that. And then secondly, I know gym reruns, we don't know enough about, the problem is there's a lot of misinformation happening right now with the strings, with the string changes, and we don't know. Yeah, the game actually got a lot easier. The game got a lot easier with the string changes. People aren't talking about that. Everyone's saying it's bad and it's a nerf. No. We tested eggs. Eggs are faster. Fossil hunting is faster. All these rare hunting methods got faster. A lot of things. I think one of the things that may have gotten nerfed, I haven't tested it yet, is gym reruns. But I think a lot of people assumed, oh, because strings are out of the game, therefore all of this stuff is slower and got nerfed. But no. They just changed it so that, yes, so someone in chat, yeah, got it. They changed it so that text speed is instant. And they also made a bunch of other changes, like fossils going straight to your PC, eggs going straight to your PC, being able to breed eggs at the daycare man, etc., etc. And I'm sure that there's two things. Number one, yeah, gym runs are slower, but it's, okay, this is coming from someone who has competed for, and I believe held, the gym rerun world record, Xanarchy. Correct me if I'm wrong. He said gym reruns are slower, but it's about 2 gyms. 2 gyms lost. Now, that is a decent amount of Pokeyen. It's worth talking about, but I think we can also all agree that I think if they were to, this is a totally off, but they were to nerf gym reruns in half because they thought it was too much yen being brought into the game, and then when they thought inflation was becoming an issue, I think that's fine. But that's also, yeah, it's fine. Slower for sweet sending. I haven't felt that, but I'll have to test. Well, no, egg hunting, you're just wrong. It's not better, my guy. No, I'm sorry. We tested it. I don't know if you tested it or who you've talked to. Egg hunting is just faster. Egg hunting that's like confirmed by every high-level shunter. Egg hunting is just faster. Berry hunting or berry farming, I heard from someone else. It's the same. I haven't tested that personally. Once again, I think there's a lot of misinformation happening with the string stuff that needs to be talked about. Go test it. If someone says something, go test it. Go see what high-level players are doing in testing. Don't just take word of mouth or don't just take people's feelings as fact. Please go check them. It's very, there's a lot of misinformation being spread, and people are just taking everything as fact if they say, you have to be skeptical. 1,000 fossils instantly. It's not better. This is just like in all, yeah. I don't want to stick on that because the removal of strings slowed things down. Yeah, the removal of strings slowed things down, but added a lot of buffs to make up for it. Some things are slower. I think most are about the same speed or faster. I do think skill ceilings on so. Yes, I think that's a more interesting discussion. As someone who eggs a lot, I think the skill ceiling of eggs was lowered a bit, which I talked about in my video that'll come out in like a day or so. Yeah, strings were game breaking. I guess in any normal MMO, it would be bannable. Yep, most things like that. Yeah, exactly. Once you start relying on third-party plugins, this is the case with like World of Warcraft and stuff as well. Once you start relying on third-party plugins to buff, or RuneLite for RuneScape, right? To buff up the game, RuneScape's having a massive problem with this, right? With PvP, there was a video on it, really, with people like doing instant switches and like certain clicks and things like that. Once you start relying on third-party clients for that, cheating becomes very, very difficult, and it becomes, the whole game becomes very unfair. Every time you heal. So wait, I'm sorry, Mim. I have to push you on this because a lot of times, what happens when someone is wrong is they just move. They keep moving the goalpost until eventually they stick something. So you made the claim that egg hunting is slower when that is factually and objectively wrong. Do you agree that you were incorrect? I hate to do this, but there's a lot of people who who just like jump around. They'll be like, okay, these 3 things are bad, and I'll be like, well, 2 of those are for sure. Like you're actually just wrong on 2, but I haven't tested the 3rd, so like maybe you're right. And then eventually, yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to, and I don't mean to like. I appreciate that. I agree with most of it. Can you? So Samda, like the things that you agreed on, right? You agreed that. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. If everything that he said was true was happening, this is happening in like every part of the world. I'm gonna unmute alerts. I'm so sorry. Kush Eagle, in for the Nemesis sub. This is happening in like a bunch of parts of the world right now. If I say, hey man, there's a grocery store near me that is serving poisonous food, right? It's super fucked up. People are dying. People on the internet will read that and be like, oh my God, that's fucking horrible. Holy shit. And it's like, yes, if that's true, that is horrible. But if you're 1% skeptical and say, well, would a grocery store really sustain if it sold all poisonous food? Is that really like, also, what's the motive for a store selling poisonous food? Is it just maliciousness? There's some dumb razor where it's like, never attribute malice, which can be attributed to stupid. Odds are someone just got food poisoning from one item at the store and now has this grand conspiracy, right? This is the world that we're in, where like people are expressing their feelings as fact, and like when you try to check them on it, like if you agree with the things he said, Samda, I would love a source. I would love one example of me banning someone for them calmly disagreeing with me. And if I did, I'll unban them and I will apologize. But odds are something else was happening. There's more context, but I could be wrong. I make mistakes. Dude, streaming is a mistake-filled job, and I will make mistakes. Job Omega Law. I will make mistakes a ton, right? I'm going to. It's a very emotionally fueled thing. There's a lot of, I'm just sorry. I didn't mean to ignore that, Mim. I'm talking to the little chats. I haven't tested it, Mim. It's possible, but I haven't tested it. The problem, yeah, I can go try to test it right now. What happened? There's just a lot of hate in the Pokemon community right now. A lot of hatred. I can try to go test it right now. We can go sweet scent. Ignore the haters and move on. I usually do that. The problem is it's a large majority of people at this point. Like there is a large group of people who are being, the problem is, okay. There's a sentiment going on right now, and I super understand it, of ignore the haters and move on. And that's probably a really good argument, and I usually do that. For most of my content creation career, I've done that. The problem is when someone is spreading misinformation about you online, or all of this hatred, etc., you end up in like a lose-lose-lose situation, right? You can address the hatred and try to fact check and correct people, and then people are saying like, oh, you're just giving them attention, yada yada yada. Or you can let it fester, and then those people grow a community that hates you, and it like spreads and spreads and spreads because people don't necessarily fact check things, right? This is like a massive problem that we're in. What's the difference if you lepa, if you know that, dude? I definitely, if it's slower, I would love to test it, and I'd love to see how much slower. And then like address whether or not that's a positive or negative change. That's where I'm at, Mim. That's what I would say. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right now. A lot of people, Renair, are feeling, or instead of being like, oh, this is how I feel, it's, yeah. We're in a world where being positive offends people. Most streams, if you told me this, I would have been like, nah, you're being overly dramatic. But I actually think you're right. I actually feel like people are jealous. This sounds, I don't like this. I don't like brushing off, because there are good critiques to be made. I'm not trying to say everything. Some people, a small amount of people, are actually jealous and actually just mad and envious that I enjoy PokeMMO and I enjoy the game and I'm happy. Which is really, it sucks for everybody. It sucks because they feel bad. It sucks because they attack me. Sucks because they're sad, If I see anybody directing hate towards Sosa, I will permaban them from my community. And that's the difference between me and some of these other smaller memers. I will permaban anybody. Whether I see it in my chat, whether I see it in their... if anybody... Yeah, I will permaban people for attacking other creators. 100%. Haters complain about the lack of content in the off-season. When we get content, they... Yeah. Parts are one of the most impactful, right? I don't think parts is going to be one of the biggest. I think this update... I don't want to say objectively. I think this update is one of the biggest updates we've received. I don't know what people's perspectives are, is the problem. I think this is the biggest holiday update that's ever happened, right? And I didn't say this last year, you know? Last year, if you watched my content, I was like, these holiday events kind of suck. I'm trying to make the best of them, but they kind of suck. They're kind of nothing. They're kind of shallow. A lot of it's IOU content. Wishing Stone sucked. It was IOU. Like, I critique things when I take issue with them, but the problem is, when I don't critique things that other people don't like, now they're mad at me and they say that I don't critique things. Bid equals good. You're assuming that just because I think it's bid equals... That's not... I think it's just good content, my man. It's okay to disagree with me, but you're not building a strong argument for your opposition, right? Another Wishing Stone. But at least that... Once again, your arguments are so weak, dude. I'm sorry, but like, come on. The Wishing Stone was received as a side piece of content for defeating the other Darkrai, versus last year when the Wishing Stone was the only reward for doing like that whole piece of 16-hour grind, right? I'm sorry, but like, factually, you're so incorrect on so much stuff. It's okay if you don't feel like you like the event, but don't try to make arguments based in fact that just aren't true. Too high, the best decision, happy people like that. I don't know. I think the PokeMMO community needs a little hype. You know? Listed it as a reason, but there's more context, Mim. You're picking and choosing and trying to pick and find things that fit your argument without being critical of your own position, right? It's so obviously one-sided. You don't need a permanent ban pad in my opinion. So I understand this. I actually had this exact same opinion when I was when I started making content back in wasn't good. Yeah, so sure. Once again, it's irrelevant stuff. You're just citing negatives, which is fine, but yeah, that's fine. That's just fine. When I started making content when I think I started streaming when I was 13 years old. When I was 16, I started picking up some traction in the RuneScape scene. And I had a position where I didn't ban anybody. I was very overly, like, super free speech. And I think free speech is still great, but, like, super free, like, I'm never going to ban anybody. I'm only going to time people out. Unless someone's, like, racist. Then I'll permaban, right? So, what happened was, I didn't ban anybody. This is a lesson to all up-and-coming creators. When I was 16 to, like, 20-ish, I didn't ban anybody. And what happened was my community was so toxic and so self-looping that nobody who was actually a healthy person wanted to join the space. The problem is, if it was just me that got hurt from people being like negative and toxic and whatever, that's fine. The problem is people being negative and toxic and saying dev sucked, game stinks, like life is horrible, yada, yada, yada. These people keep out healthy people who have positive and like good mentals, who also can critique things. They keep out healthy people from joining, right? That's a big problem. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Glyph. Thank you so much, man. I really fucking appreciate it. And what happens is you become this self-cyclical, like, ball of destruction, and eventually your community hates you, you hate your community, you don't want to go live because you guys fight so much, you have too many like differing opinions not rooted in reality. Having different opinions is great. Having opinions not rooted in reality is not good, right? There's a reason why I don't like flat earthers, and I don't really let flat earthers in my community for the most part, things like that, right? If you want to feel that way, that's fine. But if we can't, the problem is, right, to have any discussion in this world we have to agree on some things. We have to agree on reality, right? There's a big thing in philosophy that we technically don't know that we exist, right? That's like the whole fucking meme, right? Technically, we could be a simulation, all that dumb stuff, right? However, we have to, there's no way to detect consciousness from our shit, right? I think, therefore I am, right? However, we all have to assume, hey, we do exist. We are here on this earth. Everyone I'm talking to is another human being with thoughts and feelings just like me. We have to all assume that, right? To have a conversation. We have to live in the same reality. What do you mean? We the flat earth community, yo, based. Yeah, but we are the fuck. Based. So I feel once again, so that response hype doesn't, I've done this before, hype, and personally it didn't work for me. I don't think it works. But if you want to try it in your own content creation space, that's fine. Try to get strings back. What do you think are the problem is, like, strings seem to be mostly a positive change, Mim, right? So let's say like, okay, let's say that strings are gone. What would it take for you to change your argument? It's a really important question to ask someone, right? What would it take for you to switch your position, right? For me, it would be like, if sweet setting hordes got cut in half, then maybe the edge buff and stuff isn't worth it, right? Most people who are angry with you are dissatisfied with the event. That's all super fair. In the final outcome, that is super fair. Why people are angry is because you are the biggest. So now you're just attacking me, right? The first sentence you said was super fair. Because you were the biggest streamer in seeing you glaze the events and defend the mods. So this is the problem. I like the event. And because I like the event, people who don't like the event are like, oh, you're just glazing, you're just blah, blah, blah. When in reality, I've critiqued parts of the event. I've critiqued the devs in the past. I've critiqued tons of things, right? It is just because I disagree with you that you are saying that I'm a glazer and all these things, when it's just factually not rooted in reality, right? It's okay to have the problem is, it's okay to like the event and it's okay to dislike the event. The problem is there's a massive group of people who dislike the event, who are feeling disenfranchised and feeling like the minority and feeling upset, and they are getting angry at people for liking the event. And that's not okay. It's okay to dislike the event, but you can't be mad at others for enjoying it, right? I hate One Piece, right? And you hear me talk about all the time. I wish I liked One Piece. I respect One Piece fans. You know, there's nothing wrong with One Piece. I just personally don't like it. I have an issue with One Piece fans not letting people dislike it. Like, let people like and dislike the things they want. That's it. Not the One Piece. Yeah, the One Piece talk being weaved into this is crazy. We've gotten to a point where people are so mad at others for having different opinions, but then they play both sides and act like they're the ones who's the victim for having the different opinion. It's crazy to me. Just my understanding. Okay, apologies for not reading properly then, Daddy. God damn it, I hate calling you that, but anyways, but yeah, so that's even like the yeah. I think yeah. You hate One Piece? I wish I liked it. I wish I liked One Piece. I don't enjoy it. Flat Earthers, One Piecers, the world is crazy. One Piece gets good at episode 378. Yeah, true. I don't hate One Piece. I really didn't like watching it. I have nothing but love for One Piece fans, and I want them to enjoy it. And that's kind of where I'm at. You know, don't yuck others' yum. It's really that simple. One Piece loop, One Piece loop. Spidget, I feel so. Spidget, feel free to say, like, no, I think you're being unfair, whatever. Spidget, you're someone who disagrees with me on a lot of this stuff, right? You should just debate. The problem is, it's not worth giving someone like that a platform. I don't think he is like, he has no, he's just attacking me, right? There's no point. I've already said, oh, sorry, actually, no. Sam, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I would talk to him in Discord off stream. The problem is, I don't want to platform him. I don't want to give him... He's the same guy who made a video saying Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community because he was banned in my Discord for being unhinged, right? Yes. The same guy who got banned in my Discord and made a video called Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community. That was his instant response, right? And then I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I wonder if I could show DMs. Like, if he's gonna go this unhinged, I came to him and we had a really nice discussion, but he was so angry. He's just a very angry person. Every time he came to me, okay, I'm sorry. Chief Sosa got banned in my community for arguing that, saying stuff like, what was the context? He made a KFC and watermelon joke and tried to argue it wasn't racist connotation. I'm sorry. These are the people, if you want to go, if these are the people that you're standing up for, this is, it's, yeah, this is wild to me. Thank you, Kush. There's nothing to gain. Exactly, Sav. It's just, I think it's, yeah. So yeah, what happened was like, Chief Sosa got unrightfully banned from my Discord, and I woke up the next day. He got banned overnight, right? And I woke up the next day and I was like, hey man, I'm really sorry. Like this, you know, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'll look into this. I don't know what happened, right? All these things, right? He got unrightfully banned from my Discord. That is true. And instead of coming to me or a mod to talk about it, this was in less than this. He immediately made a PokeMMO YouTube video saying Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community within an hour or two, right? And I said, I was like, lol, wait, why did you make a video saying Patrouski hates the community over a ban? I said, dog, just come to me in the future. We can work it out. And he was like, thumbnail goes crazy though. And I said, LMFAO fair. Yeah, we had a whole discussion about this, and I sourced something to him. I had to, like... I don't know. This is just as crazy as wild. It's just wild. I don't think he's in chat. I don't think he's always in chat, right? I'm gonna move on. I just think this is an unhinged individual. Like, I think that's the main meme. Starting already? Wait, where? If anyone is hating on this person, I'm gonna ban them or time them out. Where is it at? Because yeah, I don't want that. Do not do this. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I appreciate people trying to defend me, but don't attack them. Yeah. Accusing me of toxic positivity is fine. I think if you want to go make your own video accusing me of that, that's totally fine. I'm going to reflect on it. I'm going to try my best to, like, not do that. And I disagree with it, obviously, but that's fine. If you want to go make your own YouTube, at least people are, like, making YouTube videos, like, expressing their opinions. I respect that a ton. If you want to go make a YouTube video that's like Patrouski sucks pee pee poo poo, that's totally fine, right? At least you're not doing it. At least you're not, like, coming to my space, right? I don't want to, yeah, I'm sorry. We're going to move on. I wanted to talk about the PokeMMO community as a whole. I don't want to call out names as I don't want, I wonder if I could reach out to him. Hey, if anyone hates on you, let me know usernames. I will permaban them from my community. Where's, yeah. Already in the PvP bans? Wait, what happened? They ban, ooh. Oh, shit. Wait, they just live banned Sharpness Gallade? Oh, wow. I know it's like a big, I don't know anything about this to really qualify whether it actually should be banned or not. I don't have enough PvP education or experience. That's pretty crazy. Pretty wild. The big change. That's been one of the hardest. I think Glade Sharpness has been like one of the hardest Pokemon to balance in PokeMMO. Let's talk about how to make cash money in the game. I know we're all, yeah, now we're talking base. Let me go, let's just go XP train. I'm in Johto. Let's go XP train. I don't think he'll do that, Jedi, but I'll have to ask for sources. Video for wait, so what? Wait, I'm sorry. Samda, this let's talk about it, right? I don't. It sucks because like this was supposed to be a private thing, but now he wants to make it public once again. For what reason? I don't know. So what happened was I didn't ban him. My Discord did. One of my moderators did, right? And that's still my fault as the Discord owner, right? He got falsely banned. I've said this once, and we just talked about that. I don't know if you're listening, Samda. He got unfairly banned from my Discord. I agree with that, right? And we had a whole discussion in my like I think what he did something wrong, but he shouldn't have gotten banned. He should, because he basically had a racist Pokemon name in a YouTube video. But we shouldn't be banning people in my Discord because of like it didn't happen in my Discord. I'm not that's fine. Whatever. It was like on the edge. It wasn't like a blatantly racist. It was like a little, dumb edgy joke, but like I think a little whatever, right? I think he got unfairly banned. I agree with you, right? I think we should. But the problem is, instead of coming to me and saying, "Hey, I disagree with this ban," he made a YouTube video within an hour or two titled "Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community." Do you think this is the response of a healthy person, right? That's the problem. I think he got unfairly banned from my Discord, and that sucks. And I unbanned him the next day. I woke up and I dealt with it first thing in the morning, unbanned him. We had a long discussion. If your response is you get banned and you just go make a video, it's just not healthy. Quick HMs. I'm not going to take on all, if you care about all, but the quick HMs, healing P6 is gone forever. Does that not matter to you as someone who will play the game for years to come? Sorry for spamming. No, oh no, you're totally fine. I had to, once again, I have to just test it more, Mim. I have to just test it more. I think making things slower is sometimes good. I think making them faster is always good. I just don't know. I have to test it more, I use the PC now. Opening the PC, I understand there's text here, right? This does not qualify as testing, right? I have to go shiny hunt for 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, do egg hunting, do single encounters. We have to do activities for long periods of time to truly understand the impact, right? I think a lot of people are just lashing out. It's just slower, but how much slower? How much? It's more complicated than that. I think that's fair, right? But in general, it's more complicated than that, right? We don't know yet. I'm okay with things being slower. I'm okay with, we didn't have these. People who are new to PokeMMO don't understand. We've only had custom strings for like 2 years, right? Yeah, dude, sorry, Samda, if you think that I'm not being civil in any way, let me know. This guy has entire comment sections hating on me, shitting on me, people calling me beta males, like insane shit. If anybody shit talks him, I will permaban him from my community, right? Or permaban them, right? If you think that I'm not being civil, I don't know what to, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was kind of a fun. The guy was like, yeah, I really like his content, but he's like the most beta man. It's like, what? How do you like what does this mean? What? Also, I don't know, bro. I'd love to go to McDonald's with him, okay? Have a meal, talk to him, see who this man is, have a discussion. Made the game better. I don't care how long it resisted. I get what you're saying. That's true. The question is, right, is like, the question is it bad for the game, right? The difference. I get what you're saying. So, Mem, once again, you seem to really dislike the healing changes and the PC changes, which is fine. I think that's fine. I think I'm indifferent for the most part right now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that'll change. I think maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Caught. Yo, nice. I think a much bigger problem right now is I think Chief Sosa brought this up. One of the great critiques he brought up was the UI, the buggy UI. The buggy UI is really bad and legit a problem. If I search for like, it's like Pikachu, right? I have Pikachus in my boxes that don't show up. If I switch over to these boxes, it won't highlight them. Like, this is really bad. The UI stuff is really bad. Anyways. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, shoot. Anyways, I want to move on. I don't want to, yeah, because I just don't think it's worth giving. I wanted to talk about the PokeMMO community as a whole, but then people brought up specific names. I don't think it's worth talking about specific names to give them any more attention than they already have. I think the better thing is talking about general problems and stuff. No, I think that's, dude, I think it's fair. I think if you fucking hate the string change because of that delay, I think that's super fair. I have no problems with that, man. I want that to be really clear, right? I'm indifferent to it, but the UI search problem is really bad, right? The trade log constantly glitches. There's a lot of problems that are worth talking about in PokeMMO. The problem is if I don't talk about the problems that some people have, they get mad at me, and that sucks, right? Yo, real. I'm sorry, Kush. You're kind of, yo, real. Yo, actually real, Kush. Okay. Actually real. I know people are sick of it. Okay. Let's go XP train, boys. Alrighty, fellas. Let's go do some XP training. How about that? Let's go finish up. I've been trying to XP train my legendaries forever, and I've still not finished. So let's go work on that. We've got Moltres is still super under level, but the rest are at level 90, which is nice. We're gonna head over to oh, we're here, Mount Silver. There we go. Easy peasy, boys. Head over to Mount Silver, pop an XP charm, and just get to work. Get to XP training, see if we can get these guys max leveled. I think it's super interesting. Like, it's funny, now we have to prep for possible, this is a total possibility. Don't expect this and be disappointed if it doesn't happen. It's very possible we see like Christmas raids. I think that's something that it makes sense given the developer time, but that is a prediction, not a guarantee. So I think hilariously I'm gonna start preparing for that, even though we still have like 6 days left of the Halloween event. I'm preparing for the future already, boys. What's up, Prof Bob? Would you best in particles from the GTL? Shiny particles? Like the particle effect. Yeah, the Saffron map is glitched right now, which is interesting. It makes for a weird hatch location. When that don't fit a holiday mold that need hidden ability, that's fair to talk about. That's fair to talk about. Hopefully permanent raids eventually come and eventually give us that, which obviously it sucks. It's taking so long, you know? Here though, yeah, that's once again, I think that ban could have gone either way, Xanarchy. I get it. Like, I think that's, yeah. The problem is how someone responds to a ban is very telling. That's the biggest thing. So making a YouTube video titled "This Guy Hates the Community," when, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to like I make mistakes and I fuck up, and I'm sure I've been the bully to people's story, which sucks. I don't want to do that, but I'll try my best. But like, it sucks when I've played this game for so long. I was making content when so few other people were. Shout out to those that were: Royded Ewok, MT Birchfield, Roy Rogers, the actual backbone and foundation of the PokeMMO YouTube scene. Like, I was making content. I was taking a risk when like no one thought this was possible. No one thought like, it just sucks. It sucks to work so hard. And I'm not trying to say me working hard does not get me away from critique. That's bullshit. I don't want that, right? But it does suck to see that invalidated, or to see people not care about that, or like, it sucks. Before I started making, I don't know if people just don't know or don't remember, before I started making PokeMMO content, the most subs someone had on YouTube was 3,000 that made YouTube videos. Might have been like 2.48K, like MT Birchfield. I think MT Birchfield was the most sub to PokeMMO creator. Wait, what kind of, wait, They wait. Also, they unbanned all trap. Wait, I need to go check. Is there a forum post? Holy shit. I don't know if this is. I have no take on this. Yeah, this is another, once again, another good critique. Hypno and Baynet being raids for the Halloween event, even though they already had alpha spawns. Yes, I think it's kind of a waste and pretty lazy. I think I super agree with that. There's good critiques to be had. I appreciate you, Xanarchy. I feel like you're handling this very, very well. Huge thanks for me for your dude, it means the world. I really appreciate it, Smurf. Thank you. So you don't have to say, like, you watching my videos is plenty. It's plenty support. It's plenty thanks. You going above and beyond. I wanted to come in here just to say is amazing, dude. Ooh, the ban page in game. Have they not? Oh, let's see. It's so interesting. Okay, let me see. I'm so here for. I think one of the best critiques that a lot of PvP players have been given recently is the lack of new hidden ability mons. It's been a long time since we've seen new hidden ability mons, like quite a while. So hopefully we see some new ones. I think it's a really fair thing to talk about, a really fair thing to once again address. I just wouldn't want to sit here every single day. This is going to be a much more negative stream recap / stream, so I apologize because I don't normally sit here every day and talk about these things. I try to make one video talking about it, or talk about it once or a few times if it's like a RU/P thing or something I really think could help the game. I advocated for raids for months and months and months, right? It's just I like to do something productive and try to move on personally. Anything else? Thank you guys for talking, and thank you everybody in chat. I feel like everybody did a great job. Obviously, Mim, we disagreed a bunch, but I think you still handled the discussion super well, and I really appreciate that. I really, if there's anything you take away from today's stream, I hope, and if you don't think it, so let's talk about it. I hope that I like having discussions like this. I don't do this nowadays, but if you don't know, a massive part of my content back in 2016 to 2021-ish or 2020 used to be political based. I used to do a lot of political debates, a lot of philosophy. I'm pretty used to talking to people who disagree with me, and I'm pretty used to having productive discussions with those. I think the average person isn't used to that, which is fair. If you disagree with me, I'm not going to attack you or whatever, but I do want to push you on things and have discussions, right? That's the biggest thing. Now obviously, please dear everything, no politics here, because yeah. Yes, I actually, I don't know if you were here earlier, Zach. I talked about this. I think this is one of the worst arguments, Zach, is when someone critiques PokeMMO and someone says, oh, it's free to play, so therefore, I think that is the worst. Because, like, time is money. People put a lot of time into this game, which is arguably more valuable. I did not on the YouTube. So I used to not do YouTube. I used to only do Twitch. I used to do a lot of political debates on Twitch. Yeah. Obviously not anymore, because that shit is a cesspool. Unfortunately. But I respect those who do it because it's important stuff. But it's not for it. Yeah. Yes, people should be allowed to critique. No, I'm not trying to say I'm just saying it's cool, Zach, because you brought up a point naturally on your own that I vehemently agree with. Like, I think that's very cool, you know? I think it is, I think that is toxic positivity, because it's shutting someone down. It's shutting someone down from having a critique. That's actual silencing just because someone is critiqued. That's not good. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna get in war. I think I got was it 4 or 5? That's a great question. I got I did my first shunt was, did I do a video with all my shiny wars shiny reactions? I think I might have. Best place to train Hoenn. If you have access to it, the Battle Frontier. You can surf and sweet scent Tentacruel at the Battle Frontier. So well spoken for American. You learn a lot. Speaking is and I also just yap a lot, so you get a lot of practice, you know. I appreciate that. Like, you're not wrong, Soup. Like, I'll take that as it's why part of why I qualify so much, right? And I always acknowledge that I could be wrong and all these things is because of the discussions I used to have. Brits on top. Never mind. Fuck you. All those anime and food debates. That's the yeah, political stuff. That was all softball stuff, bro. The One Piece debates. That's when I really mask off. Am I right, guys? It's so dumb. Can't have the Little Caesars debates. That's where boys become men. I'm sorry. It's so dumb. Yo, what's up? How you doing, Overkill? I'm just saying that, yeah, it's animation shift, yeah. Relative or objective morality. From my understanding, relative. But this is once again, this was a hugely discussed thing when I was like into that stuff. I could be wrong. I would argue, I'm not an objective morality guy, but I could understand. Like, the problem is I know a lot of philosophy majors who are objective morality guys, and that makes me concerned as someone who doesn't have formal education. I'm constructive I'll handle correctly in public space. My opinion personally, drama should be taken up privately. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Don. Everything you just said, I super agree with. The problem is when something is private and then someone makes it public, like making it like, the problem is if like I have a beef, if someone, once again, theoretically, if someone gets banned from my Discord server unfairly, right? And then instead of coming to me and saying, hey, I was unfairly banned, their response is to make a YouTube video saying Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community. Well, now they've made it public, right? And that sucks. And it's still like, anyways, wait, what? Talk in a British accent. No, I can do it. Oi. So theoretically, oh my God, could you imagine the PokeMMO drama while in a British? Okay, make that my timer. No, I got you, Ramon. I got you. I'll do it and I'll refund you. Oi, brovs. Oi, what are we talking about today? So did you blokes? Alrighty. So did you blokes like Darkrai being temporary, or did you not like it? What do you guys think? Hey, do you think the devs could address the staleness in PvP? I'm gonna be honest and say it's out of me depth, mate. I would love for the PvP community, people like Spidget, I love when blokes like that make extremely productive videos talking about Heatran and how it could be added to the game and how it's so productive, right? I think that is quite nice, making arguments for and against. Oh, you said Darkrai. Took me a moment to understand. What? You can't get me accent, bruv. What do you think about the possibility that one of the legendary beasts is a British... What? Huh? I'm sorry. Huh, bruv? All right, there we go. That's a minute. That was a long minute. Holy shit. Aussies are just redneck Brits are close enough. Anyways. Holy shit. That accent is knocking me sick. I think Smooge talked super fair about me. Maybe I just like skimmed the video too much. I don't think Smooge said anything. Smooge was like, hey, like, I don't know if this is like totally true, but I think it's like something, you know, Pat should try to be aware of, like, blah, blah. I don't think Smooge said anything wrong. I think he was, now, a lot of his comment section is unhinged. I do think that once again, I feel like a lot of people get banned from my community and they just fucking despise me, so they just like go to other communities to like talk about how much they hate me, which is kind of funny. I don't, maybe I have to rewatch it. I don't think Smooch said anything like unfair or like yeah. I disagree with him on some things, like I think I love Smooch and Spidget. Like, I think the biggest thing is I disagree with him not banning the people, or at least deleting the comments of like hateful stuff. I think, but like he feels like it's silencing people to delete that, which it's his channel. I respect the fuck out of that, right? If he wants to do that, more power to him. I have no problem with that. New players, how to do raids. Raids are tough. You need a specific strategy for each raid. You have to go to the raid dens. I have videos. Would you smooch? I don't see why not. I don't think we're like I disagree with him on some things, but think he does like, I think he's like does a good job. Like Smooch was fair. Yeah, Smooch was fair. I like, which once again, hopefully it goes to show people. I think there's a lot of people who are in echo chambers who have never actually heard me speak or don't know what's going on or don't know my actual opinions. They just hear someone say, oh, Patrouski hates babies and Patrouski eats Pokemon IRL, and like they just hear it and they're like, oh my god, that's all horrible. And it's like, if you actually come to my stream and like hear, like we discuss, I feel like I debate my stream every day. We argue all the time. That wouldn't be possible if I was banning people for disagreeing with me, you know? That's kind of where I'm at. Smooch was amazing. Smooch is a perfect example of like, I feel like his video was it's totally fair to critique me. Every person is critiquable. I always say, I say, you know, my content, you could argue is low effort. You could argue that my content is high quantity, low quality. I think I agree with that. I think it's fair. It's kind of like it's a route that I take or a method I take, right? If baby's got it, true. What do you disagree with him on? I'm curious. Wait, also, can I just say, after Smooch made that video, I went to him in Discord DMs and I talked to him. I didn't go make a response YouTube video or like some, you know, I just wanted to talk to him. That's it, right? And also Smooch's video was mostly about like his frustrations of the game, which is fair, right? They were really different. In my opinion, they were very, very different, in my opinion. Smooch even said, I think I can say this, Smooch said that Sosa is like unhinged. Like he does not like agree with a lot of his stuff. Chief Sosa, right? Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I reached out to Chief Sosa and I said, hey, if anyone hates, I'm going to stop saying his name. We're going to move on. Because this is like an obvious clout situation at this point. I said, if anyone hates on you, let me know usernames and I will permaban them from my community. And I said, with a screenshot, please. He said, before or after the Patrouski hates the PokeMMO community sequel. Bro is making a part 2. I don't know how to. It's just, I don't know what to say. He's clearly trolling. I don't think so. I think he's like a very hate-filled person. Like he's just very angry, which is fair, but he doesn't express it healthily. And he probably doesn't have anybody in his life to teach him how to, and it's really sad. Oh, he's in my Discord. Bro, okay, this is... I don't think this is unhinged. I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna, here, let's do. I don't know, that's crazy. This guy talked about how I ban people for disagreeing with me. Meanwhile, he is unbanned in my Discord. And this guy is making a sequel of a video called Patrouski Hates the PokeMMO Community. You couldn't write a script funnier than this. Yeah, it's maybe okay. This is reaching levels of like. This is reaching levels of True. The fate. No, true. This is reaching levels of like it might just be better to stop because this guy like there's just no reason. There's like this is just like obvious. Yeah. Wait, he's watching the stream. I just turned on to hear you screeching he's making a sequel. Don't you think it's kind of crazy you're making a sequel? A video called like if I were to I can't imagine a world where I wake up and I make a video titled Someone Hates Something, right? This is on the level of like people who make those documentaries hating on this is like Keemstar levels of like if you want to critique, go ahead and critique. But this is just drama. This is just drama. If you weren't here for it, I read a whole speech at the start of the stream. If you're watching, I recommend you checking it out. I feel like you're seeing the one. Yeah. Here, do you want to? I just don't know if I should platform you. No, let's try to talk it out. I'm gonna call you. Are you okay to talk on stream? If anyone is chat is mean to this guy, I will time you out. Mods time people out who are mean to him. I would like to try to have a discussion on stream with you that isn't unhinged. If you need time, let me know. I called him on Discord. Bad idea. I mean, it's fine. The problem is like, I get how it could be. The problem is if I handled the discussion well and he doesn't, he looks unhinged and it masks off to the community what he's actually like. That's it. Do you want to talk things over? And now doesn't want to call. I'm in my bed right now. I'm not talking in voice. Can you talk soon? He doesn't seem to want to talk. I think I deserve critique. No one deserves hate. I deserve critique. I do. He's probably, hey, just let him sleep. The man's sleeping. That's fine. I'll consider it. I'm getting ready for work. If the offer is still on the table half an hour, then I can in my car ride to work. That is okay. Sure, I'm down. The problem is I feel bad for him. I don't want him to like that's not fair to him because then he can't full focus because he's like driving. Be charitable, chat. Be nice. Yeah, okay. He said it's 8 a.m. for him. Give him a break. That's true. The only problem is, I don't want people. Yeah, exactly. I don't want people to. I'm gonna say it. I don't want people to go like. I don't want this guy to get a platform or get like content out of this because he doesn't deserve it. I do want to talk to him and smooth things over. Maybe I should do this off stream. So let's see. So are you listening? Now, I'll reread the way I opened up this because I feel like you missed the opening of the stream, which was very, very important. And I feel like someone linked you a clip of me or whatever, like being upset, right? The problem, I'm gonna XP charm, lol. I don't know if he's listening. I don't think someone whose main, like, if you just go around hating on others, I don't think you deserve a platform. You can have one. You can't stop. I don't want to like bring people up who are just hating on others, right? If you're making videos at all titled like this person hates it's like the I don't like content like that. What if he calls and he's British? Then I will have a very respectful discussion with him. And treat him like any other human.
What do you feel?
Emote only chat. Wait, is emote? Wait, that's funny. He's it's 8 a.m. for him. He's not coming on, guys, right now. He might later, which would be awesome. I tried to see if he was still listening. He didn't respond. If he's still listening. Music loud? Oh, fuck, my bad. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. I see what the problem was. Yep, it was too loud. I appreciate all the positive comments as well, guys. You guys are super fucking super awesome. Yeah, but the problem is once again, the problem is it's a lose-lose, right? Like I either don't talk to him and then him and his community think he's like correct and they just like fester and they like hate me, they grow and grow and hate me more and more, or I address it and risk possibly exposing new people to his ideas, but hopefully people are, you know, reasonable enough to see who people are, right? I don't even want to say his name, Kev. It's not worth giving him attention. I didn't expect... I've had this with a few... it's so crazy. I did not expect this. PokeMMO is an extremely small space. Extremely small. I did not realize when I got into this space that there would be multiple small creators who are clout hungry. What I can say is I've had similar experiences like this in the past that are private and have been kept private, but I would just say to be weary of other, because like there are a lot of amazing creators that I call out all the time. Rocket is amazing, Barrel is amazing, Rumel is amazing. And I don't bring up this stuff because I don't want people to stop watching someone's content just because, you know, I disagree with them or whatever, right? This is how so wait, Hank, this is exactly how the problem, once again, Hank, I agree with you. This is my exact argument, Hank. The problem is now like 40% of the community is mad at me for not talking about the negatives, but I super agree. The problem is I'm stuck in a lose-lose situation, guys. I hope that's understood. Yeah. Yo, it's much love to you, Draggy. Good night, dude. Yeah, that's how I feel, Goose, is I'm not a conflict avoidant person. I'd rather talk it out and try to squash it. The problem is I definitely noticed, and this is how it went with him last time, was that we talk it out, we squash it, but then he has the same opinions and same feelings and he brings them back later on, right? I mean, but the thing is, if he says anything like horribly offensive, I'll just mute him and like stop the conversation, and then that'll just let it's honestly worth it for the Pokemon community to just see how someone is. But hopefully I think we'll just have a good discussion, right? I don't think there's a reason to. I'm down to have it off stream, but the problem is once again, guys, okay, I agree with a lot of these things, but it's the problem, right? No, sorry, wait, don't shut down Vincer. Vincer's making valid arguments and valid things. The problem is he made it public, right? I don't know, maybe I should just I think we need to have a small discussion. I think a small discussion is fine. It's possible. The problem is I just don't know yet. I give people a lot of chances, Flappin'. It's possible. The anime rant. That's not, Muhammad, that's not what's being said. Don't jump to an extreme. There's a valid argument for not letting someone be platformed if all they're going to do is spout misinformation and try to trick people. The problem is it's not a... Guys, I feel like you're not understanding my position, right? Okay. Whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna XP train my good old legendary Pokemon. That's where I'm at, fellas. Now it sucks. It feels like... Now it feels like my community's mad at me because I want to talk to them. I don't understand. I think it's fine to have a discussion, guys. How many encounters? Yeah. Disappointing. What happened? Just a lot of negative PokeMMO videos were uploaded overnight. Some of which were very valid and voiced good critiques. Some of which were hate-filled and emotionally backed. But I think like 2 out of 3 of them had comment sections full of people hating on me. Which is fine. Yes, Patrouski 2 is my forums account. Yes, hilariously. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you understanding, like, that's where I'm at, Helmet Goose. I think giving him one last shot, that's it. I agree. So Flappin', I agree. But the problem is, once again, guys, I'm like trying to answer your questions and everybody's like, yeah, Rocket is leaving because he's going into the military. I don't want people to think he's also quitting because he thinks the game is bad. He's going into the military. Which is Giga Chad and base, so good luck to him. The problem, once again, for those who missed it, I'll explain. When someone is developing a hate-filled community, spreading misinformation and like lies about me, there's 2 things you can do. You can try to address it and fact-check stuff, and then your community gets mad at you for engaging with it, and then his community doesn't really fucking care because they don't care about facts or whatever, right? Or you can let it fester and people will still hate on you, and you still like, so it's just a fucking lose-lose, right? It's a lose-lose. I'm hoping that we can have some sort of just discussion that looks fair, and hopefully some people can see it and be like, oh shit, like, there are tons and tons of hate comments, tons of hateful creators that I ignore. But the problem is when it comes to like spreading misinformation, right? The sunlight fucking... I hate it, dude. I hate it, Altier. I hate it, dude. What's misinformation? people claiming that I banned them for no reason, or people claiming that I banned them for just to, once again, this will all be, sorry, do I have to like read the speech again? Maybe I need to like, the problem is I opened the stream up with, the stream has a lot of context that a lot of people are joining into late. Understand it's a stream, right? And just missing a lot of it, which is unfortunate. People are saying that I like banned them just for disagreeing with them, when in reality they would say things like the devs are greedy goblins from Gringotts, and that's why I got banned for no reason. I was just sharing my opinion. Surely I wasn't doing anything unhinged. It's crazy that it's taken me this long to level my legendaries. I feel like it's been like, I feel like I've been like slowly dragging my feet to do this. We're getting it done though. Appreciate it, Shamo. What's up, dude? Pat, more oiling up, please. Based. Look at the bat. So this is a great question. Stuff like that, Oldiar, will never come back, right? The dragon bike will literally never return, 100% guaranteed. It's what's called a limited vanity. It will not return. Okay. Last thing I'm gonna say about this, I'm gonna have the discussion off stream, chat. There will be no drama. There will be no taking sides, no teams. I'm asking him if he will still have the discussion off stream. If he won't, that tells me it's more about clout than actually trying to address problems in the community. If he does, that's cool. That'll be the play. Yeah, the dragon mount will never come back. It's just a sorry, the sun is like super. There we go. So that'll be the play, I think, chat. There's no reason to have it on stream. It's not my kind of content anymore. Oh, I think so. Yes, you can hatch eggs. Yeah, this is a good call and a good thing to be aware of. You can teleport to the Darkrai Island thing whenever you want. It's a really good time to be egg hunting. Well, kind of. The problem is it's really expensive right now. But you can teleport to the Darkrai like island or whatever and hatch eggs there and have that super interesting hatch location. XP. Ooh, yeah. Is XP Reamplifier better than XP shares? It is, just slightly so. It is better, but it's way more expensive. XP Reamplifier got some buffs. I made a video like a long time ago saying it like wasn't that worth it. I think it is much more worth it now for the intermediate / like end game player, but I wouldn't recommend, like as a new player, I would not recommend picking it up. I wouldn't recommend picking it up until you have a comfortable amount of Pokeyen. It's quite a lot of yen. Yes. That's how, yes, I think it's a win-win, champion. That's how I feel. That's what I want. I hope that's like, yeah. That's how I feel. I've saved up 140 pumpkin bags. I already have 2 shadow caves. Should I hold for years now or sell? The problem is, this is a really, like, the problem is if I answer this question, like, it's all responsibility goes on my end, right? This is like saying, hey, Patrouski, should I invest in Bitcoin now? Or dude, I don't know. No one actually knows what's going to happen, right? I can make a prediction, and I can give my, like, thoughts and opinions.
10 months, holy moly.
Thank you for the Smooch. Speaking of the man himself, 10 months. What's up? What's up, dude? I appreciate it. How you doing today? On this lovely day. Easy way to grind hard scales. You want to just like thief over at thief payday picked up at Undella Bay, right? I don't know if I have time for over. We'll see, Aben. Maybe. Probably not. Darkrai is mostly a flex right now. There's not really a pragmatic use for Darkrai, which is a fair complaint. Dude, I'm happy to hear that, Aldor. Like I always say that's amazing. I can't even take credit for my Discord. Like my Discord is largely community sourced and ran by like the moderators like Xanarchy and stuff. My Discord is what you guys make of it. You guys make a damn fucking awesome place out of it. So I can't even take credit. There's 55,000 encounters dry. Something worth of note. Dude, yeah, the Ravens versus Bengals game was crazy. It was a really fun game to watch. Really fun game to watch. Yeah, still go. I thought it was going OT. The last Ravens Bengals games went OT. So for this one to almost go OT, dude, I'm rooting for. So I'm a Ravens fan, obviously, super hard. Dude, I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. That man deserves more, way more wins than the Bengals' current record. What's another very situation? Just that stuff. Yeah, durability stuff. I think that's interesting. I'm a huge Ravens fan. I mean, I'm from Maryland. I love the all of the mentality and the work ethic, and like I feel like the Ravens organization has a very good mentality. I feel like they're workhorses. I feel like they are very focused on doing the right thing. I feel like the Ravens consistently make good decisions. I feel like they're like a hopeful organization that focuses on positives. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. Fuck, I don't know anything about college football, so yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild. I don't know anything about college football. Yeah, honestly, maybe that was the. I'll never forget that update was. I'll never forget when they added that, Aben. That was so crazy to me. So crazy to me, dude. Which sport? American football. And I love it. I love when Sombra is not. To be fair, like, what's that? Good example of like something I don't like, right? But I just don't like. I hate Sombra, and I've actually like I've critiqued Sombra in the past, right? I don't think Sombra's broken or like even bad for the game. I mean, I think she maybe is bad for the game. I've given arguments for it, right? But I don't like Sombra in Overwatch. I really hate Sombra, but but like that doesn't mean she's broken. I just don't like her. What is on here? That's how I feel personally. Yeah, like that's. I think she is a low skill to play hero that is hard counters high skill heroes. I think Sombra is like, I've argued this in the past. I think Sombra is the worst designed character. And I love Overwatch. I think Overwatch is like much better than most other team games, but I think Sombra is the most the worst designed character like in a game like that, like in a team game. I hate how Sombra can hold right click and shut down a Lucio, shut down a Genji, shut down a Doomfist. These like high mobility, high skill characters who have put thousands of hours into like playing their shit, right? That's awesome, Sir Kitty. Yeah. That's awesome. Something disabling your playing was inherently, yeah, not fun to play against. Yeah, for sure. And like, so this was an argument that I was giving. Dude, this was an argument that I gave back in like 2019. That sounds about right. I was saying in like 2019, they should change Sombra's hack to like a sleep dart. Change her hack to a projectile and then make it like more power. I don't care. At that point, make it more powerful, sure. Longer and more whatever, more effective, whatever. I don't care. But make it a skill shot. Make it a projectile. Make it something that is difficult as opposed to just a right-click lock-on. Is crazy to me. Did they change her? Does she have a projectile virus thing now? I haven't played Overwatch in a while. So once again, that was a argument I was giving in 2019. Maybe that's better now. I don't know. Damage over time. I think the idea of her being a dot character is cool. Still has the hack, yeah. Annoying as fuck. I don't know anything about it. Yes, this guy does have a shiny Raikou here, which is super fucking impressive. No, you nailed it, Kalinga. It's cool because there's no sparkles on it, right? Confirm I hate Sombra. Yeah, I hate Sombra. Good take, good take. I don't know if there's someone who is like in a position. I don't know if that's gonna work, KO. I don't think it's that serious. I think it'll just be like a little thing, but yeah, hopefully. I don't think it needs to be. I've had that in the past for like actual debates or actual discussions. I don't think this should need that. If it does, then we're already too far gone. Yeah, what are my legendaries at? Level 96? I might just... How many rare candies do I have? I have 4 untradeable. I'll definitely use 3 once I get level 98. I might just use... Rare candies are so cheap nowadays. Rare candies got so... Dude, I might just use more rare candies. Rare candies got so cheap during this event. Look at this. These are usually somewhere between like 14 to 17k. This is crazy. I might just start using like all these guys are, they're still 10k a piece, so to level them from like 96 to 99 would still be like, or to 100 would be like 40k per. It's probably not worth it. Let me get them up to like 98, and then maybe it is worth to pay like 20k per to finish low. I'm not sure. It's honestly a tough call. Is that true, Jerry? Oh shit. Plus, it just said invest in rare candy. Oh no. It's tough to tell with something like... I honestly couldn't tell you, champion. How are we feeling today? I'm doing okay. Back for a bit. What? Nothing yet. Let me go check. Nothing yet, dude. So I started stream really early today, guys. What might happen is I might I'm gonna end stream in a bit to go have a discussion, and then I'm probably gonna come back and stream later. That'll probably be the play. Okay. Tracer is Tracer's one of like the best designed characters. I'd have to brush up on Pro. The problem is like I played Pro when it released, and I played Pro a little bit. But like I'm not brushed up, and I'm not like up to date. I really yeah, there's a lot of things that PokeMMO could take from Pro. Yes, we talked about it, Smooge. That's one of those things. I have like no take on it, Smooge. I'm just not qualified. What's your take on it, Smooge? Do you think it's dumb? Are you a fan of sharpness delayed? Do you think that enables stall more? I have no idea. Yeah. Think they're just taunting you and Spidget? Now I can fire spin to win? Yeah, they unbanned trap moves or whatever. Bit huge. That's unlucky. It's Ko. I'm sorry. That is that's you never want to see that happen. Glade is broken as shit. It wasn't that good into stalls, people say. Oh, gotcha. This is why I ask questions. I don't know PvP like that, especially like sharpness. Like there's some things where I can like compare old knowledge. I don't know. And I've never played with or against a sharpness delayed. Don't know. And I can like imagine things or like calc numbers. I have no experience with sharpness delayed. A lot of moves or combos are banned on pro. I just don't know enough about. Can I retire? Yo, Scrafty? Wait, I fucking love Scrafty. Allows for more innovation in the metagame. Wait, this is really cool to hear. I had no take on the sharpness delayed ban. It's just not something I have any experience with whatsoever. There are certain things in PokeMMO PvP that have existed for many years that I used to play a lot of PvP as the only endgame that I could comment on. Sharpness delayed is super out of my depth. Coming from Smooge, if you don't mind me quoting, you can correct me. He said, Delayed is broken as shit, and it wasn't that good into stall as people say. It allows for more innovation now that it's banned in the metagame, as long as you no longer need to run something extremely niche like Spirit Tomb to make cool shit work. That's cool. So it seems like coming from some of the the PvP creators that we think that the delayed ban is good. Awesome. It's nice to see the PvP community catch at least one W during this event. It's funny they banned it as soon as we did a break. Hopefully they're trying to. I mean, isn't that a good thing though? I don't know if it's in response to that. It's probably a good thing if like creators are like, hey, I'm gonna quit the game because of how bad it is, and they're like, well, wait a minute, let's try to fix it then. You know, kind of funny, but yeah, I stream on YouTube and Twitch, yeah, but that's just those two platforms. Okay, the Don fan lived, huge. They'll have it nerfed and banned. That's fair. That's a whole... I know they've been trying to get the percentage on that right forever. Response to a forum post. Look at Spidget like quoting a... How, that's nice. Nice and fair. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Yes, sharpness delayed is like... I haven't tested it, but it seems really good for the storylines. I'm gonna grab a drink of water really quick, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I would prefer them add delayed answers rather than ban it. What's a good example of a this is a tough question, especially on the spot. Do you have an example of like a hidden ability mon they could have added that would have been a Gallade answer, or would have only been like new gen? Oh, Heatran. Fuck. Okay, there you go. Never mind. You got it. Heatran boys, where is it? I mean, I'm all aboard the Heatran train. Fidget's arguments seem pretty good. Heatran isn't a Gallade answer. Everybody in chat just says Heatran because they know that Spidget loves it. That's funny. That makes sense, right? Because it wouldn't Gallade fucking obliterate Heat. Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know why I didn't even. Heatran's the answer to everything. True. You shut up. You don't know PvP. True. Average PvP debate. True. Actually true. How do you know when you're in in-game? It's a good question. It's a very fluid thing. It's not like, oh, once you reach 20 mil, now you're at endgame. You know, like, what is endgame is it's not a very, like, hardline thing. It's very fluid. Spidge Glazers? I love the Spidge Glazers. I'm a Spidge Glazer, okay? There you go. No F? Thank fuck. Okay. I would say endgame is some combination of having a ton of utility Pokemon, having a ton of competitive Pokemon, having some raid Pokemon, PVM Pokemon, maybe having some ocarinas, having a gym rerun team, having 10 to 20 million Pokeyen. It's just an accumulation of your account's progress, and what you draw as like endgame is totally up to you. Maybe you have like a few shinies. It depends on your playstyle. Like maybe you've won like a couple PvP tournaments. Like in-game is standing in Vermilion. Yeah, there we go. True, true, true. True, 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 true. I think this is a hot take, but I think I agree. Yeah, I can understand. Oh, I think the problem with the PvP metagame is that people will always hate it. No matter the format, the mons, the strategies, it will never be enough. There is no fix. I think this is actually largely true for a lot of people, for a lot of games. This is the case with Magic the Gathering. This is the case with League of Legends, the case with Overwatch. It's a certain type of person. There are people who are like, oh yeah, once this is added, it's good. But I think I brought this up recently. I do think there are most people, a lot of fixes. The problem is that there's always going to be another, and it's never going to be good enough. So it's like, it's really hard to have like it's borderline impossible to have a perfect thing, right? Now, the thing is, hopefully there's some people that want it. I think the charitable thing is, hopefully most people just want the metagame to be like 90 to 95% correct, right? That's the goal. Most people know they don't want a perfect, there's no such thing, right? There's a lot of discussion to be had about that. That's the main thing. There's a lot of things, like, I don't think PokeMMO, I have no idea. I'm not going to comment. I should have no idea. But there will absolutely be groups of people who complain no matter what, and it's tough to try to find. It's tough to decipher, hey, this person is making a good critique, let's like listen to them, versus this is just a complainer who's going to complain about everything no matter what. It's getting really tougher. It's the same thing in life. I talked about this recently. Like, it's the same, like, there are people you meet in life who are like, oh, I'll be happy once I get $1 million. Once I lose weight, then I'll be happy. Once I get a girlfriend, then I'll be happy. And you have to sit down and be like, bro, if you can't be happy under any circumstance of life, or at least like you're never going to be. It's not like there are things that give you increased chance of happiness, but usually you have to be able to be happy almost regardless of your circumstance. There are extreme things where like I would never, like, you know, there are extreme things, but yeah. The problem is, so life is fundamentally a mental health and perspective based journey. It's kind of like, okay, life is like this, right? It's like a house, right? Okay. The foundation of no, sorry, not even the foundation. The land upon which your house is built on is your mind and your mental health, right? And then the foundation is like your IQ. It's like emotional intelligence is like your land, and then like your intelligence, your IQ, or like your ability to logically check yourself, that's your house foundation. And then you have like loved ones and financial security, and then all these other things make up like your windows, your doors, your roof, etc. Right? I think a lot of people haven't had the time to get their land below their house in order, right? And then they start pointing at, oh, but my roof is leaky, but my windows are cracked, all these other things, and you have to fix the land first, right? I think a lot of people start projecting and explaining, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people who just complain nonstop, Xanarchy, for sure. It's really tough sometimes to be that, yeah, positive force when it feels like everybody around you sometimes, everybody in the high level space is just complaining. And there are some good complaints, yeah, but no matter how many PvP changes they make, there will always be Spidgets. Yes, there will always be handsome Giga Chads making entertaining content. No, I mean, I know you're kind of mean, but it brings up a good point, Elo. Most people, this is an honest answer. I don't know how you get your mental in line or like your foundation of your house. It is unironically near impossible if you work a 9-to-5 job, if you have like other responsibilities. If you already have all these things, you need so much time and space to fix your foundation, to fix your mind. It's really hard, like borderline impossible for the average person, which sucks. It's like not fair, right? But that's life. What are you gonna do? You have to just try your best. That's, yeah, I think that's like the problem. I think no one has any time to like become mentally healthy, so many people just live their lives super mentally unhealthy, and it's sad. Sell a house for RP based. Do you have any K-pop idol? No, I don't. Not to be. I just don't. But yeah, if you try to build upon fucked land, like nothing is gonna work. All of your positions, and it sucks. It's also a really scary thing to like tear down your entire life essentially and rebuild. But sometimes you have to do it. Probably every 10 years or so. I don't know. I'll have to see about that. I don't know about that one yet. Life just worked out for me. There you go. Giga Chad based. Coincidence? Yo, what's up, Nincompoop? Based. I would just be on Hoenn. Generally, Moxie, Pokemon, Moxie, Scrafty, Crocodile, Porygon Z. Did I say Moxie, Gyarados, Crocodile, Scrafty? Upgrade your lifestyle on a win? God damn it. Have you eaten... Pat, have you eaten at Charm City? Is this a, like, D's nuts joke? I don't know what... Get me on it, Jake. I don't know what this is. Have you eaten at Charm City? I made like 7 mil. I made like 7 mil from selling Primeapes. Primeapes are kind of like the secret insane moneymaker right now because they are meta for the Darkrai raid. It's so sick, dude. It's actually so good. I've said it once and I'll say it. It's so cool to me that like niche stuff like this, PokeMMO can make things like Primeape a meta Pokemon at a PVM location. Like that's so cool. Vital Spirit Metacham is super good. Or Vital Spirit Primeape. Yeah, Metacham's also quite good. Yeah, there's some really cool profits to be made by keeping an eye on what's active in the game. That was super, super good point. Super early. Yeah, it's 1 per ton. Yeah, that's super good. Breeding costs a lot of money, but you can also make a lot. Like you can profit a ton with breeding. It just really depends. Like breeding, you do need a fair bit of upfront capital, but you can do it with like a couple 100K. Might have to wait for stuff to sell. It really depends. You might make mistakes while breeding, while learning. That's where it's really costly. Breeding is expensive to make mistakes. And that's something you kind of have to bite the bullet for to learn. Like 300K making each Primeape and sold for 800K profit. That is just, yeah. Oh my god, it's so insane, dude. Actually insane. Yeah, so good, dude. That's so good. I'll use Aberrant, synchronize, modest trading controls. If you have Kanto, it depends on like what you're pulling out in the game, Felix. If you have Kanto completed, I'd probably just go like beat up kids for their spooky candies. I think like playing the event is going to be more money than most other like out of event activities right now. Ooh, what from? Good. That's awesome. Is that from like a Dusk Ball or something, or what was the? Did he open a competitive memer? Wait, that's crazy, Smooch. I need to watch that Sauce Simon video. I haven't watched it yet. Alrighty, fellas, this is going to be the end of part 1 of today's stream. I'm going to go try to iron some things out in the community, try to have some productive discussion with some people, and I will hopefully see you guys later. But if I don't, like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. I hope that you guys feel like I'm always trying to do what's best for the PokeMMO community and what's best for everybody. If you don't, talk to me about it. I'm open to that discussion. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I will see you guys hopefully very, very soon. Peace, Reno. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna go take a poo and relax for a little. Yeah, no, I actually am ending. I'll probably be back later. I'll probably be back later. We'll have to see. I would like to stream again later, but we'll see. I'll see you guys very soon, okay? Much love to you.